Bob responded to your comments the other day about the Fury fight, and he labelled you a failure, and he didn't know how to promote in America, and he can't take you seriously. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, my thoughts on that are I've got 3 hours sleep before I fly to LA for a press conference in front of more people that is at his show tomorrow night. Bob Arum said that I'm an idiot because if you talk about someone too much, then you're just promoting them. Well, all he's done all week is talk about me. So I want to thank Bob Arum for the publicity this week. And you can't criticise Bob Arum, he's a legend. He's 87 years old. He's so out of touch with modern society, it's frightening. I mean, some of his speeches are Churchillian. You know, like the one the other day about the Mexican, I mean, it was, I don't know where he was going with it, but it was remarkable. But what young fan wants to hear that?
Nobody.
You know what I mean? So, look, Bob's Bob. He's two-faced sometimes. You know, he was up my backside all last week in London, saying I was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he's been slagging me off all week. But it's boxing, isn't it? Don't take anything personally.
It's tough love.
Hey,
tough
Eddie,
love.
What's your thoughts on the lack of publicity for the Tyson Fury fight? That's just
I just think it's people just get bored, right? So he fought Wilder. If you look at the hype around Tyson Fury after the Wilder fight and look at the hype around him now, it's like, you know, it's a third of where it was. You get away with the Schwartz fight, but you don't get away with another one. You know, it's like even like AJ said to me, like, I never got these fights. Why didn't you give me these fights? You know what I mean? Like, look at me, I boxed, after Martin, boxed Molina, boxed Brazil, boxed Klitschko, boxed Takam, boxed Parker, boxed Povetkin, boxed Ruiz, and now Ruiz again. All in a row. There was no like, all right, have a gimme fight along the way. So he's sort of saying to me, well, blimey, he's had Tom Schwartz, now he's got Otto Wallin. Oh, yes, please. So ESPN have got to be looking at it going, what are we paying for here? There'll be no new subscribers tomorrow night. They've sold 2,000 tickets. They'll comp it out. You'll see the numbers being reported by the commission. It's not how you build the rematch. The rematch is still a huge fight, great fight as well. But it's not the way to build it. I understand the give me the free one, you know, but not give me 2 free ones and spend the whole year. That's his year. So Tyson Fury, the lineal champ, his 2019 has been Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin, and you still want to call him a lineal champion.
Eddie, is ESPN getting out of hand with that, with the lineal title, so-called, and then they get mad? But then they got mad with Crawford not being a champion in the PBC side.
Yeah, but they call it like lineal. I mean, the guy, he retired from the sport. He failed a drugs test. He relinquished his belts, and then decided to cut. I mean, like, you know, lineal. I understand lineage, lineage, or whatever it's fucking called. But like, I mean, no.
Eddie, we see that if you would have put on, or if Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua would have fought Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin, and you put those fights on, you guys would be absolutely getting murdered. Do you think that the reason
Listen, I got murdered when we put the Andy Ruiz fight on?
Do you think it's Tyson Fury's backstory as to why he doesn't get as much criticism?
No, but no one. You have to understand the levels of interest and publicity between the two. Like in the UK, Anthony Joshua is like to the ceiling, and Tyson Fury his popularity's risen incredibly since the Wild fight, but they're not on the same level profile-wise. So you get away with it because of Bob's bluster, ESPN, you know, blah blah blah. But like people talk about ESPN, oh, this is going to change his profile. Like the profile's massive, the audience is massive. Well, if the audience is massive and the build-up shows are so incredible, why haven't they sold a ticket?
Eddie, well, based on your comments, you're saying that obviously the 2 Fury fights aren't as big since Wilder. What does that say about Wilder? Because if he's not able to pull the numbers, then he obviously needed Wilder to do so, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, he does. No, he does. He does. He definitely does. I mean, there's very few fighters. AJ was one of them. Whether he's still one of them, you know, is still a huge name. But he was a guy that could actually fight anyone. He didn't, and still sell out arenas, right? But Wilder has fought Brazil, who was his mandatory, and he's fighting Ortiz. That's not a bad year, you know, for a world heavyweight champion. Wilder and Ortiz. It's a little bit different than Schwartz and Wallin. You know, and I respect Tyson Fury. I think he's a great guy. I think he's got a great personality. I think he's great for the sport. I think he's very, very good. And I don't blame him. Like, any fighter with a team would take the most amount of money for the easiest fights. That's the promoters and the managers' jobs. The fighters have to be protected from fighting these crazy fights. So I don't blame his team. They've done a great job getting him loads of money for easy fights.
Eddie, what do you think about Derek Chisora's outburst? Is he going to remain on the card?
Yeah, of course he's remaining on the card.
It was disrespectful the way he came out?
You can tell him. I think you never know what Derek Chisora is going to do. But the thing is with that card is, right, from a boxing perspective, the main event is quite clear. It's a unification matchup, it's a Ring Magazine title, it's Regis Progress against Taylor. From a casual fan perspective, particularly in London, Derek Chisora is probably the main event. But our show is paired with the World Boxing Super Series, and because of certain TV deals in place, Progress Taylor really needs to be the main event.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking this icon right here and hit the bell button so you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And we also have a free app available on iTunes and Google Play, so make sure you go and download that. Bye Fight fans.